Hey, welcome everyone to episode 33 of the West Coast Popcast. My name is Zach. With me is Eric. How you doing, buddy?
Doing A-OK, episode 33, going live.
That's right. Knock, how you been?
Man, AEW is right. Winter is coming. It is cold. I got the heater on blast. Used to be the AC, but winter is here. Once again, I'm still a champ after a long, long time, and I'm proven to be harder to beat than getting a PS5.
He has not had one defense yet. What's he talking about?
This is bad. The belt is on my shoulder.
Also, for the rest of the country, this man has his heater on when it's 73 degrees out in Los Angeles.
That's bad. You had to say the degrees out here. How about New York? You're going to expose me.
Well, we got a good show for you guys today. We're gonna run down everything that happened in the wrestling world. Then we're gonna hit up some news and rumors. Knox got a talking point for us. Eric's got some champion trivia that you at home can play as well. And then we're gonna do a segment about talent putting talent over. And then we're gonna hit up promo school. So let's just jump right into it. Let's go to Monday Night Raw. All right, this 3-hour extravaganza. We had the Raw Survivor Series team pleading with Adam Pearce for a shot at Drew's title. Everyone tried to get their shot in, and Braun got fired for hitting Adam Pearce. And other than that, all decent matches. A very long show for some reason. I don't know what made it so long, but decent matches. New Day took a win over the Hurt Business. Riddle and Sheamus, man, they had another awesome match. Riddle took the win on that one. Firefly Funhouse, very funny segment. Killing off a brand new character, Friendship Frog. Nice package that was done for that segment as well. Asuka took a win over Lana, giving her a title shot. That was nice. And then Lana got Nia and Shayna afterwards. Keith Lee took a win over Bobby Lashley to put him into that three-way match that's going to happen this upcoming week on Raw. Alexa Bliss, great job. Whoever booked this match against Nikki Cross, she took a win, but she did it very well, acting and crying and all that, and then just turning on Nikki, using her emotions on there. And then to finish it off, AJ got a little help from The Fiend to defeat Randy Orton to make it AJ Styles, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle in this upcoming Monday Night Raw three-way dance for the number one contender spot. You guys dig Raw?
That's a beautiful thing. I will watch Raw next week because of that triple threat. Mm-hmm. But I missed it this week.
Yeah, that should be a good match. I think Keith Lee's probably going to win, but hopefully next Raw is as good as this one sounds like it was.
It's
I'm excited for that Alexa stuff too.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's weird, Eric. This Raw did still seem long. Like all the matches were good, but just all the in-between stuff just, I don't know, man, just drags you down.
I watched like the highlights of the Adam Pearce stuff, and of course we have to mention his blunder, Drew McIntyre.
My gosh, I was not going to mention that.
I feel bad because I hope it doesn't follow Drew around because that's not his fault. But just watching Adam Pearce had like 3 segments where he kept trying to talk about Braun or the TLC or whatever, the championship match, and that was long as fuck. So I can understand that. Just watching those 3 segments try to happen was weird.
It was, and him and Riddle in the beginning, Riddle was flubbing left and right. He made that opening segment really awkward and long too. And Adam Pearce, man, I don't know if he had to toot or if what's her name next to him tooted, or if he, like, I don't know what was on his mind to say that, but that was just.
I'll give him some small. I think what happened was because the word that he says Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championships. I think his mind jumped to the word "for" in the middle of McIntyre, but it was just poor timing, poor everything, and yeah, poor guy.
That is the problem with scripts. You just want to hit everything, and if you're trying to speed through a segment, you're just gonna do that. All right, well, that was Raw. Exactly. Let's go to Eric. What's happening on AEW, Eric?
All right, you guys might have to help me out a little bit because my memory's a little shoddy, but remember correctly, we had ourselves Hangman Page versus John Silver with the Dark Order coming out at the end after Hangman gets the win, comparing the Elite to a cult, which I really like because obviously the Dark Order. I really do hope Hangman joins them. You know, as that unwilling victim of a cult. I really hope he does. Powerhouse Hobbs, the first name change in AEW so far, defeats Lee Johnson, a member of the Nightmare Family that we have no reason to believe is in the Nightmare Family. What else? What else? We got SCU loses to Chris Jericho and Jake Hager with a little help from MJF and his Diamond Ring. So match. MJF doing his Diamond Ring thing is a good little mix up to show he's really invested in the inner circle. Hikaru Shida and Anna Jay had their title match. I didn't get to see it, so knock real quick. Did you get to see it?
It was quick. I don't know the exact time, but it couldn't have been more than 6 or 7 minutes. Ty Conti accompanying Anna Jay to the ring. She's again being a reluctant heel, where she did hand Anna Jay a chair to distract the ref, so Anna Jay can get a kendo stick to smack Hikaru Shida, which I don't know how the ref didn't hear that sound. But a quick match. Shida obviously retained.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least I'm glad Anna Jay got a title match. She deserves something.
Yeah, she looks good. She from her debut to now was just massive improvement. That's one of the good things about the women's division.
It is. And can I ask you guys something really quick? In that package that she did beforehand promoting herself, which is a nice package, she mentions that she only had 7 matches before her AEW debut match. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's I believe she's with QT Marshall at his gym. She's one of those people that train there, and yeah, she just started literally.
Wow. Okay. They pump people out fast. I'm not going to complain because she is actually decent to watch in the ring. So.
Yeah.
I think when she came up is because of the necessity, because when quarantine just happened and stuff, they needed people. Gotcha. So she just really put in the work, and
I think she was even there before quarantine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, she had a few matches before quarantine hit. But she wasn't as big as she is now. So you could be right. Push could be because of quarantine. We also had Top Flight versus the Hybrid 2. Top Flight getting the L, but I'm cool with that because I think Hybrid 2 needs some build up, and Top Flight's still learning.
It was a good.
I was gonna say the Hybrid 2 got the win, I thought.
Yes, the Top Flight got the L. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I said it weirdly. I said it very strangely.
I need things spelled out. I'm old.
But yeah, I like it. The Hybrid 2 got this win, and the Young Bucks come out to help Top Flight, furthering my belief that I think Top Flight is replacing Private Party.
Oh man,
it's even Matt Hardy is kind of teasing this new character, and he kind of tweeted out to Top Flight. He's like, "I could improve you guys if you come under my wing." And I'm like, you're kind of busy with Private Party right now, man. Pick a team.
Yeah, it's his iconic persona. When he won the world title in TNA, he started doing that persona. It's a really good heel from him. I like that persona from him. It was right before the broken stuff.
Nice. And the last thing I remember is Mox. Oh no, actually, there's some more things. Moxley takes out Omega because he's been looking for his mystery attacker. Who knows? Maybe it is Omega. I don't know. I have no guesses who it is right now. I
love that segment, by the way.
Yeah, it was a great segment. Mm-hmm. Moxley's promos are really something.
It's hitting.
Yeah. And finally, Pac and Rey Fenix lose to Butcher and Blade. With Lance Archer coming out to take on Kingston's family.
Yeah, just plug him in somewhere.
Exactly. That's all I remember. What'd you guys think?
We can't be remiss about Taz putting in the Taz mission.
Oh,
I think that segment went a little long, but the fact he did that and got physical, I really enjoyed to see that.
Yeah, introduced his son Hook, so I'm sure he'll be part of it.
Oh yeah, his son too.
Yeah.
I gotta ask Zach, how do you feel about the Meat Man? Is he growing on you?
No, I actually haven't noticed. The first match of the night was Hangman versus Trash.
The Meat
they literally called him that, the Meat Man. That's his name, man.
That's so terrible.
Johnny Hungy stuff. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they really go. Okay, so I remember I skipped Vicky when she did this thing about nepotism, and the whole time I'm thinking AEW is nothing but nepotism. Like, I love this company, but everyone here is like friends with someone, and they make someone laugh. That's why they're getting pushed. It's John Silver.
Oh man, yeah. I think Miro. I didn't like that segment, man. I'm really rooting for him, but he hasn't hit a stride yet.
I just want him to go back to a character. Someone needs to sit him down. Maybe JR, just sit him down and say, "Listen, kid, be a character." You can, in picture, you can be yourself, but in the big screen, be the big Russian.
Well, the way he promotes picture-in-picture, that's where the ratings are.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh man.
All right. Well, that was AEW. Knock, why don't you let us know what happened on NXT?
Yeah, so NXT we kick off Ember Moon versus Candice LeRae. Candice gets the victory. She's putting together her team to go against Shotzi Blackheart at War Games. Legado de Fantasma in the backstage just bragging about their wins. Undisputed Era comes out, gives a hell of a promo. They're still here. They're not dead. They're coming for Pat McAfee and, as Zach puts it, the McAfucks. Kushida, this was the biggest surprise of the night for me, or maybe even the week. Kushida tapped out Timothy Thatcher clean while Ciampa sat ringside in a chair. I was surprised to see that, considering they're building Timothy for Ciampa. But I think this doesn't hurt him. It was a good win for Kushida.
Mm-hmm.
Balor, again, with these black and white promos, give a great backstage promo. You know, he's the cat. He's back. Stop playing in his litter, all that good stuff. And so Kevin Owens, here's my thing. He beat Seth Rollins at Mania, but his most memorable thing will be on NXT this week. He was great on commentary. He did the Kevin Owens show, brought out Leon Ruff, Johnny Gargano, Damian Priest, and it was just entertaining. I could tell he didn't seem scripted to me. He was just bringing in a chair for people to sit in. They kept throwing a chair outside the ring. It was just funny stuff, man, and it really helped get Leon Ruff in the storyline over. Let's see here. And again, Toni Storm, she turned heel, turned against Ember Moon. So now it'll be Toni Storm, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez for the War Games team for the heels. Looks like the face side will get Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, Shotzi Blackheart, and I'm not too sure on the fourth one yet.
Ember Moon just joined.
The grizzled young veteran. Oh, yeah, Ember Moon. Okay. So that's a better face team than I thought they would have.
Yeah.
The grizzled young veterans came back and assaulted Everrise. I like this. They're going to be good. I think they'll be NXT champions by the end of next WrestleMania area.
Yep.
Kyle O'Reilly and Undisputed Era in the main event actually lose the advantage ladder match. First time they ever lost. Pete Dunne got the win, and will be going into War Games with the advantage. And that was NXT.
Very nice.
Yeah, good show.
Yeah. Raquel Gonzalez better be fucking perfect in this match, because every time I look at those 8 women, I'm like, Raquel, one of these things doesn't belong here, and it's you, Raquel.
I like Raquel, man. She's so good.
I
doing the role.
I don't see it.
Yeah. I like it. I like
man.
it. I think there's just something missing from it. I don't know if it's because she has size, but not like Steiner size being that big.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I look at Rhea Ripley and I don't know. I there's just a difference. She just needs that edge. She's not intimidating, but I do like her work.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was one match she had that I liked her, but other than that.
Yeah, there's no level she can go to, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was NXT. I'm going to talk about ROH really quick. I'm going to talk about the show, and then we're going to talk about what happened in the show a little bit later in a segment about putting people over because, well, first off, we had the Lethal Gresham, Gracie, and apparently the guy with the mask on is Rhett Titus, but I don't think it is because they're teasing that's going to be someone who has 15 long years in the business not getting recognized, and when he was about to take the mask off, he didn't. So that might be a swerve. But going into the first match, it was a pure match. Josh Woods beat Jay Lethal, and later on in the night, Brody King beat Shane Taylor. So that to me had me kind of shocked that those two, who I think you just kind of, as Cameron Grimes would say, push to the moon. Both take the L's, but we'll talk about that in this segment, why that's might be important and how that plays into the wrestling world. And the last thing in the middle, there was a Trending with Taven segment with Mike Bennett. So that was in there, but yeah, that was ROH. Next up, the last main show of the week, SmackDown. What just think about SmackDown?
SmackDown again is the stronger show. WWE puts main roster wise over Raw. Roman, they gave a promo package after Impact, after Survivor Series being very disappointed in Jey Uso and them getting swept. And Jey Uso was really crossing over to that dark side, man. He viciously assaulted Otis, which I might have enjoyed more than I should have. The Street Profits actually lose to Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Roll-up pin by Robert Roode for the victory. I see them get on a title shot. I don't see them winning, actually. King Corbin comes in, just, disrespects the whole Mysterio family. Says Murphy's just here for the ride. He will not be here next Thanksgiving. So I'm just healing it up for his match later on with Murphy, which he does lose. And in a weird way of changing the perspective, during that match of Murphy and Corbin, the entire Dominic, Mysterio, Ray, Aaliyah were out there, and they were distracting Corbin. It was the faces distracting Corbin. Dominic even pushes Corbin's foot off the ropes for Murphy to get the victory. Bianca Belair defeats Natalya and also socks Bayley right in the face. So that might be the next storyline going. She looks strong here. She looks smart. Didn't get outwitted or rolled up. She was actually the one who looked good. So glad for Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
Sami Zayn continues his ways of winning as he beats Daniel Bryan by countout action, from running from the backstage to the ring to beat the 10 count. What do you guys think of SmackDown?
It was good. It was just, I mean, now is the point where they're going to set up for TLC. So it was solid.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Maybe I'll be defending my title then.
It seems like a good show. Sammy put out this great tweet, which I guess kind of goes into putting people over, where he compliments Daniel Bryan as the greatest in-ring performer of this generation and just puts him over and then just says, but I still beat him tonight.
It's great. Yeah, he's killing it, man. I do think he might lose to Big E, though. I think Big E gets that reign.
If they do that, then I want to see Big E do an Ultimate Warrior WrestleMania 6 win this WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be perfect.
I mean, if you're going to do something different, that's kind of the way to go.
Yeah. I say Big E should bring back that the Master of the 5 count if he wins his belt and have just defend it every week and do that. I think that'll really put him over.
I would want him to do it when there's a crowd. I think that would get over really big, like with an actual organic, non-edited pop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, good show so far.
I do think Kevin Owens should go back to NXT, but it looks like he'd be the next one up for Roman. He assaulted Jay later on during their match, taunted Roman the whole time and the family. It's good stuff, but I just don't think he has had a groove on the main roster this year, especially.
No.
Yeah.
Just really quick, if you got time, go to YouTube and check out Talking Smack, where him and Paul Heyman had a little segment. That was pretty good.
I still gotta watch the Talking Smacks and Talking Raw, man, or Raw Talk.
Yeah, it's a shame for Kevin because I think Vince kind of just wanted to make it the next big face, and then he lost interest.
Yeah, pretty much.
He might be like the first
tends
one.
to do.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we'll see what SmackDown heads leading into the next pay-per-view. So let's check out some other shows here in the States before we start globetrotting here. Eric, you watched Main Event, huh?
I did not.
I thought you put in the talking you watched Main Event.
No, NXT UK Main Event.
Oh,
no one watches Main Event.
I'm like 205 Live to it. You start slumming.
Damn, Eric, you that bored, bro?
Okay, quick side note on Main Event though. Who's all on there? Jeff Hardy, Ricochet.
What?
Damn, really?
It was like, it was like a decent main event.
Maybe I should have.
Yeah.
And Hardy and Ricochet could headline a pay-per-view.
Right.
So I may go back and check that out.
Were they like against each other, or it was just like they were on the card?
I think it was them against each other.
Okay, then I'm definitely going back to watch that match. That's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, why don't you talk about Dark?
I gotta mention Dark because I gotta mention the man. Since dropping Librarian, he became PPA Pretty Peter Avalon again. Maybe Professional Peter Avalon will also be there, but he got his first victory in AEW over Fuego del Sol. Decent match, 7 minutes, but the fact that he got his win, I'm happy for the guy. Hopefully he gets more wins coming up, but shout out to Peter. Congratulations.
Yep.
Nice.
If they do a Dark Championship, I'd love for him to be the first one.
Yeah. Just make that run. I would love to see him use his submission finisher, the Golden Arch, the single leg Boston Crab, but he won with the knees to the back of the head. It's like a reverse, what do you call it, Meteora to the back of the head.
Okay.
So it's pretty good knees, good finisher.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Jeff Hardy
Sorry.
versus Ricochet on Main Event.
Ooh.
Okay. The fact that they better have been practicing something. Otherwise, Vince is an idiot.
Yeah, for real.
All right. What do you want to go into, Knock?
Just real quick on a side note, I don't know if you guys caught Championship Wrestling, but a guy me and Eric trained with, he also helped us learn some submission holds, some stuff like that. Jordan Clearwater. Clear as water, the golden boy, the guy we think might be the next Randy Orton, got the victory over Ray Rosas and captured the Championship of Hollywood Heritage title.
Nice.
Shout out to that man.
Yeah.
Got that on my DVR. Was it an all-around good show?
I don't even watch for that, man. That.
Oh. Okay.
But yes,
Okay.
check out the show. They've been on a roll, man. They like a lot of the stuff they're doing, like production wise, backstage. Man, I see another friend of ours, Justin, man, with these photos. Like they're doing a lot of good stuff and promoting themselves.
So that's the
Yeah.
stuff I watch it for, is just because, small stuff like that. And I'll get into MLW next, but I mean, that's what I'm trying to pick up here more so than the wrestling. So a lot of the wrestling I'll watch, Dynamite, NXT, and ROH for. But these smaller organizations, I really like to watch the production, because watching ECW from inception to, towards the end there, I mean, the production went to the moon.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I think it should be a good card, because I think Leo Rush is either on this one or the next one.
Oh yeah. Leo Rush and I think what's Darren Young's name? Fred Rozier. They had a match.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that dude, man. I'm shocked how he's really committed to this, and like he didn't fade away.
Yeah,
sticking with it.
let's bring him up again, because in MLW this week, we had Richard Holiday use the market crash to defeat TJP. This is the start of the Opera Cup. After that, there was a promo for Leo Rush. They're hyping up his debut, which is going to be aired on December 23rd for MLW. So again, he seemed into the promo. He seems like he's enjoying what he's doing. I mean, him and EC3 out there just kind of reinventing how you go about the business in this industry today. Calvin Tankman had a squash match. He debuted against Robert Martyr, so he is probably going to get pushed pretty heavily in MLW. And lastly, an Opera Cup match. Filthy Tom Lawler defeated Rocky Romero from New Japan. So with that being said, Eric, why don't you take us to New Japan?
All right. Well, I have got for you guys. I'm just going to read off the results once again for the Best of Super Juniors and the World Tag Team League. We're going to go ahead and start off with World Tag League. So last week I said I thought Guerrillas of Destiny was going to go for the win. I don't know why I bet against Shingo Takagi, because he and Sonata are in the lead with 8 points, 4 wins, 1 loss. Second place, Tomohiro Ishii and Toru Yano, 6 points. Guerrillas of Destiny at 6 points. Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi at 6 points. The Great Okan and Jeff Cobb at 6 points. Evil and Yujiro Takahashi at 6. Juice Robinson and David Finlay at 4. Hiroku Goto and Yoshi-Hashi at 4. And Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toa Henare at 2 points in the last place. So it looks like Shingo and Sonata are going to go for the win there, which they really love Shingo. That's
they do.
Right there. Yeah. All right. And over on the Best of Super Junior side, we've got in last place, I'm 99% sure this is how we say his name, Dookie. I believe at 2 points. It's cut off for me right now, but I believe at 2 points. Robbie, actually, no, he might have 0 points. Who knows? Robbie Eagles, 8th place at 4 points. Ryusuke Taguchi at 6 points. Bushi at 6. El Desperado at 8. Master Wato at 8. Show at 8. Second place, Taiji Ishimori at 10. Well, actually, no, tied for first place, Taiji Ishimori at 10. And Hiromu Takahashi at 10. If you didn't know, Taiji Ishimori is the current Super Junior champion. Sorry, I forget what it's called now. But he's the champion right now. So he could actually finish this tournament and get the win. But that's how it goes on the New Japan side.
Really quick, just as someone who doesn't really watch New Japan too often, so I don't know, why is it called the Super Juniors? It just sounds like it's a Teen Titans show or something, just from an American standpoint.
No, I honestly don't like the way New Japan classifies their cruiserweights. Just, I don't know, it does sound kind of like below the heavyweights, but I don't know, their reputation precedes them. I don't like the name, but I think we tried to dramatize it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think it's just the culture over there. I don't know.
Yeah,
that makes sense. All right, well, why don't you finish us all off, Eric, with NXT UK?
All right. So NXT UK, we got 3 matches on hand. Starts off Jordan Devlin versus where is it? Oh, there we go. Jordan Devlin versus Amir Jordan. Very good showing because this was for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Devlin actually is pretty good match, back and forth, but Devlin defends the title successfully. Hopefully, I think this is going to lead to Devlin being UK champion for the Cruiserweights and Legato being American's Cruiserweight Championship. And maybe when they can do Worlds Collide, they'll actually have their blow off match.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Jordan Devlin's looking strong, and he's doing a damn good job as champion. Ginny defeats Isla Dawn. I don't know what the story is there. I did not watch this match, but that is what happens. If you want more, look it up. And A-Kid defeats Trent Seven to win the NXT UK Heritage Cup. It had to go more than 6 rounds. I don't know the rules of this match. I thought 6 rounds was it, but apparently you can go more than that. I really wanted Trent Seven to win this because I'm 99% sure that the 2 youngest champions in WWE history have come from NXT UK. A-Kid is pretty young, I believe. I really wanted a veteran like Trent Seven.
Mm-hmm.
Deserves something to get this win, but congrats to A-Kid. It was a damn good match. I recommend checking it out.
Cool.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll do. Go ahead. Knock, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just saying for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that show is really surprising me with how good it's actually wrestling wise, and even their characters are being differentiated now as they were before, but digging the NXT UK. All right, well, let's go into news and rumors. I'll run down a list here, what I have, and then I'll ask you guys if you got anything. But Bob Ryder passed due to cancer. He was the TNA Impact founder, and apparently the idea for TNA and Impact was kind of conceived on a fishing boat in 2001 with him and some other people. So that's kind of a shame. Yeah. Jericho, his Painmaker clothing line is out now. They did some of that showing off on Dynamite. It's with Represent and Champion. Shane Helms is back at WWE as a producer. Kenny Omega and Recon 1 came out with a pre-workout supplement. The flavor is called V-Trigger, and it tastes like lemon heads, apparently. Unfortunately, Jimmy Rave tweeted yesterday that he has to retire. He had an infection in his left arm, and he had it amputated. So he was part of Rock and Rave Connection with Lance Archer and TNA. He's been in Dragon Gate, ROH, New Japan. So that's really unfortunate to hear. So, yeah.
Best wishes.
Yeah, definitely. And especially too, because it was one of those things where he didn't get it checked out in time where he might've been able to figure it out. So, but
a lot of wrestlers just kind of wait because they don't want to stop.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully he gets to do something within the company or within the business behind the scenes. And lastly, last thing I have is the man himself, Xavier Woods, has been hired by G4 Television.
That is true.
Let's go.
Good for him, man. He's gonna do a great job. Hopefully it's a way that if he ever wants to leave wrestling, this is a great way out for him.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he wants to go to AEW, they'll definitely let him do both.
And I hope he signs that G4 contract with his birth name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, you guys got anything?
You can go first if you want, Mark. I got some stuff.
All right. Let's see. I did have one thing about the Braun Strowman being written off TV because of injury. Kenny Omega addressed the Seth Rollins stuff. Like, I guess a lot of people have been saying he's similar to comparisons. He pretty much says he's a great wrestler, but he doesn't see it. And then I saw one thing that, like, I'm not too sure the full story, but I saw Lance Storm compared AEW to pineapple on pizza, which I don't know where he came up with that.
I saw that. So he's basically saying how who's he? He's going back and forth. Was it Mark Madden? He's basically saying that people who don't like AEW want to convince people who like AEW not to watch it. Like, they argue against it because the whole point is to get them to not like it anymore. So people who like pineapple on pizza, if you don't like it, you can be like, that's so gross. How can you eat that? Blah, blah, blah. And try to get them to not like pineapple on pizza. And Mark Madden he also said that it goes both ways too, because AEW fans are like that towards non-AEW fans. So yeah, that was that story.
Okay.
Gotcha. But yeah, that's all I had this week.
Gotcha. All right. So before I get into my news and rumors, I was looking up for news, and I just want to point out for Jim Cornette, for some reason, one of my sites, his voice was playing. I guess his latest episode was talking about the Vegas thing, and of all people, like we all know in this country, there are stupid people out there who don't want to quarantine, don't wear masks, all that stuff. I have a hard time believing Cornette is one of those people who's like pro quarantine, pro mask, because he was like, what was it? He was criticizing the Vegas thing, saying that if they went to Vegas for like during a quarantine, no mask, then AEW is just ridiculous. So I have a hard time believing that Cornette is that into safety. That's just something that I had written down because I found out on my news and rumor sites.
Well, according to another news and rumor, him and his wife are into safety words.
Oh God. Wow. I'm having nightmares tonight.
Yeah.
All right. So actual news. We've got Kevin Nash. He's casted in a new film called COVID-19 Invasion. And I'm going to read the log line for you guys. Chinese bats invade America. It's up to Navy SEAL Team 6 to stop them. Nash, who is the only one featured on the film's poster, will be portraying the Navy SEAL member tasked with stopping the infectious bats.
Just say no, Kev. Come on, man.
I don't know who looks like Kevin Nash right now. Even in his prime, I wouldn't look at him and say, I need this guy to be a Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
But we'll see. No. We'll see what happens. Hopefully he comes out injury-free. Let's see. WWE is moving into a new Thunderdome at the Tropicana. And there are two big problems with the new building. One, it's so big that there's a sound issue. But hopefully WWE can fix that, to get the equipment to kind of stop the echoes and whatnot. The second problem is more funny, is they have a pigeon problem in the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know who they should call? Kevin Nash. He's taking care of the bats.
Oh man.
By the way, this poster is fucking nuts, by the way.
I haven't seen it yet, so I'm definitely going to look at it.
It looks like Santa wants you off his lawn.
So yeah, they're gonna have to get rid of those pigeons before they set up shop. And then finally, we joked about it before we started recording. Mauro Ranallo and Snoop Dogg did commentary for Nate Robinson versus Jake Paul. It's such a short match. If you can stomach it, I suggest checking it out. Just for Mauro and Snoop Dogg, hearing Snoop Dogg saying,
yeah. Snoop Dogg convinced me to watch what's that show he's doing with Cody?
The Big Show.
Yeah, for his commentary, he's convinced me to give that show a chance. He was gold, just pure entertainment.
Yeah. Watch him and The Undertaker too, man. That's money.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, but definitely check it out. I never knew Mauro and Snoop Dogg could do commentary together so well, but they do it. If only the match was longer, so you could hear more of it.
Yeah.
But that's all I got.
Well, good. That's I'm glad it all worked out for Snoop, because I don't see why someone hired Lil Wayne to do that in the first place.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne's supposed to be doing it?
Yeah, something happened.
Original?
He had to pull out. Yeah.
Oh, then greatness, because I didn't want to hear that.
I think he was feeling wobbly. All right. Next up, Knock, you have a talking point for us.
Yeah, I got a few here. So we've seen the Undisputed Era full strength here. We got a lot of factions going on. Maybe we'll do a faction tier list coming up, but are they the consistently best faction going? We look at the Bullet Club having their drop off and a few other teams, New Day disbanding. Are they like this? Let's see, this decade's like consistently best one.
Ooh, that's tough. Because how long was the Bullet Club going for? Before Kenny left. How long was that?
Before Kenny? Let's see, maybe 2-3 years.
Because I don't want to give Undisputed Era that title yet. If they've only been together for 3 years, or
it might have been 4 now. It's been a minute.
4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
maybe
it's been a while. Like they're entering that conversation.
Because this will be their 4th War Games, correct?
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Okay. You got a point. They could be.
That's a good thing too to remember. Like their War Games matches are so
Yeah.
awesome. And like they'll all take hits, they'll all put other people over. I mean, I'm so excited for their War Games match. I don't care if it's against the Macafucks. I'm just really excited to watch them because like
Exactly.
they know how to drive those rings. Like they're so good at War Games.
Yeah.
First time they'll be faces also, man. They might get this victory. Pete Dunne's in it for a rematch with them. This is interesting.
I will
Yeah.
put them at the top because there's so many times where you think someone's going to turn or they're going to expand, and that they do a really good job with like just gleaming the cube with that storyline.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times
man.
do we think Roderick was going to get the boot?
That's
Yeah,
true.
That's
That is so true. Oh man, and I like they share the top. Like Cole's perfectly fine with Riley going for the belt and being like the top dog at times. You know, it just it's a heck of a unit. It's great stuff. But yeah, Undisputed Era. The next one. So every Wednesday, you know, I'm watching AEW and watching NXT, and NXT is just dominating with their women's matches. They show at least 2 or 3. But also AEW does have a lot of women's matches on Dark. So how would you split up the AEW roster? How would you? The inevitable second show is coming. How can they capitalize on what they got and not gut the roster and have too much talent on one side? Because Dark, most of the time we don't watch Dark.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough because again, I really liked WCW's Nitro model, where you start out, you'll probably have a main event promo to build up for your actual main event of the show. So you have the NWO come out or Sting or someone, and then you go into the luchadors and the cruiserweights, and you do like this this build up to main event talent. So you see like where you'd want to be on the card. So you got your mid carders in the very middle of the show and going into where the main events start to do stuff. I really like that. It was a nice build up where you see the quality matches, and then you get more of the storytelling. I don't know if they should copy it, but that's just one model I really liked. But I don't know how to. Whatever the second show is, you'd almost have to do both models on both shows, and then just split up who's on what each week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with Zach. I think that's the way you would go. I almost want to say give the women, if you do a second show, then you have to have at least 2 women's matches on that second show.
Yeah, you got to, man.
Because they're really good on the ball with that.
Because I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know if you guys know, but Britt Baker has her own segment. That wasn't on Dynamite last week, right?
No, that was on Dark, where I saw that, and I'm like,
exactly.
why is this not on Dynamite? This is perfect. This is the barber shop. This is the funeral parlor. This is the snake pit. Like, why is this not on Dynamite? That blew my mind. I was like, Jeff Hardy and Ricochet not being on Raw.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that, and like there's a lot of stuff that we're barely seeing, you know, crossover, like getting information on. I would have loved to see that on Dynamite, and I feel like Britt Baker's being missed on Dynamite. You know, she had that one attack last week with Thunder Rosa, but I feel like she's been being missed for sure.
Yeah, I'd love to. I hope there's a reason, like, because they love her. There's no reason.
Exactly.
Maybe burying her. I don't know. That's weird.
It is the timing thing. Only having 2 hours, I guess. But
you can still lastly, make it work, but, I just want to say really quick with Britt, you put her on the main show. She's main event caliber,
she is.
Left and right. So when you have Dark on, you're going to get your standard Dark audience no matter what. Your numbers are going to fluctuate like a tiny bit up or down each week. She is the kind of person you put with a talk show on Dynamite because those are the channel changers that you want to grab attention from. She will grab the attention with just everything that she does, and you can still do the introduction of newer people or what for their storylines along. That 100% needs to be on Dynamite.
Yeah,
exactly. At this point, you know, she was getting more TV time when she was hurt than, you know, being active again.
Right.
But yeah, so with that, you know, talking about Britt Baker and stuff, heading into the end of the year, you know, maybe one of these podcast episodes we're gonna do like who's the best of the year stuff, but who's has the highest stock right now for any company, men or girl or woman?
Wow.
John Moxley's up there.
Yeah. Moxley's up there and Roman is up there.
Yeah,
Roman for sure. I think with what he was tasked to do and then how he's just shooting up like this, he's crossed over to the next level. I think Alexa, and I will also say MVP. I'll throw his name in there for him to like. He came in for like a one-off, maybe a one match, go away. He's killing it. I can't say that enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. MVP is just, again, I wasn't a big fan of his in his initial run. I didn't like all that baller stuff. It was just very
Mhm.
corny at the time. But this MVP, man, I'm not changing the channel. I'm not fast forwarding. I'm turning up the volume. I love this MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll throw Leo Rush in there. I think he's working his way up. He's
Okay.
booked, I'm pretty sure, until like January.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. This is the kind of like if you were buying stocks, this is where you buy. You buy
Yeah.
Leo Rush stock right now because it's going to the moon.
Oh man. Take a shot every time Zach says to the moon. Forever. Years.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's
Also Bailey's stock. She's not going to be in a title picture, and I want to see what she's going to do next.
that's
Yeah.
true.
That's the biggest thing for anyone to come out of a title reign that drops their stock is what they do afterwards. She's still keeping the momentum going.
It is. On that note, I'll throw Sasha in there. Freaking Mandalorian and be the champ.
Man.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
man. So yeah, again, that's just WWE women, man, just killing it right now, all across the board.
Yeah, and honestly, I'll put anyone on NXT, their women's division. Anyone on their division, I would put money in their stock,
Yeah.
Shoot,
except
I'll-
Xia Li, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know what the
We'll,
heck
we'll
they're
see what
doing.
they're doing with her, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped that promo on purpose, man. Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'll
Points
give
ahead
points-
this week.
I'll give one last shout out to New Day. I'm still waiting to play as them on Gears of War.
Oh
Can't wait for
man, that's true.
that's so huge.
that.
I'm
Yeah.
very happy for that, man.
Their own custom armor.
Yeah.
Over 100 voice lines.
I gotta say, I like them coming out, and I'm not a big fan of like Big E coming out with them already at a pay-per-view, but I can see it as a promotion for Gears of War rather than them uniting again. So I didn't look at it as like the big
Yeah.
reunion, and them coming out in that gear, that was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Exactly. Man. As I said, bigger than wrestling nowadays, the New Day.
Oh yeah, especially with Woods going to G4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna just blow up. I don't know what they're gonna do on G4. It's not announced yet, but you know they had their Thanksgiving reunion special this week, and that was how they capped the show off, was announcing him. So that's they're investing in him. So his stock is going to be very
Yeah.
high with both companies.
Man,
Definitely.
it's crazy to see where he came from, his consequences Creed to now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
All right, man. Good talking points.
Gotcha.
Eric, you have a game.
I do. So I've got a little trivia game for you guys. So I'm gonna offer you guys up two people, and you guys are gonna tell me who you think has more world title wins. You could say one person A, person B, or they could be tied because some of these people are tied.
Okay.
I disclosure, these are from Wikipedia, and I did count these myself. I went with world heavyweight championships and world titles. Also tried to go for like the main title of a promotion. So these are very approximate. There could be more, could be less, but these are my numbers. Are you guys ready to go?
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right. First question: who has more world championship reigns, Terry Funk or Mick Foley? We'll go Zach and then knock you.
I think Funk.
I'm gonna say Foley.
They are tied at 7 apiece.
What type of question is that, man?
I said you could say if they tied or not, which is messed. So reason I counted all their main titles was because of these two. Because originally I just went with world championships, but then I said, but they were tied at 4 that way. So I said, okay, let me count their other championships, and then they're tied at 7. So these
Man,
two really
what
are
a parallel.
right.
Yeah.
Next up, Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart.
I have to. Oh, never mind. Go ahead, Zach.
I'll say Sean.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Michaels also.
So Michaels has 5 world title reigns, 1 world heavyweight. I want to say 3 or 4.
I think
WWE.
Brett has 6,
Brett has 7.
7.
Uh,
He has
Yeah.
a lot of WWE title reigns. I think Sean's were just like less reigns but longer runs.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a time period he just stopped winning world titles
Yeah.
after like 04, 05.
All right. Next up, Kazuchika Okada or Adam Cole.
Okada.
Okada has a lot of IWGP reigns. This one, are they tied? Maybe.
Adam Cole has 3 more reigns than him. Okada has 5 world title reigns, all from the IWGP.
Yeah.
And Adam Cole has 8. His 3 Ring of Honor reigns put him over there.
Mm.
But he has a lot of other indie reigns that count him. I did not count the NXT title, by the way, because I do not count that as a world title
about
reign.
that. I was thinking about that.
All right, next up. And by, you know, screw the order. You guys can just shout it out.
Okay.
AJ Styles or Ric Flair?
AJ Styles.
Yeah, AJ.
All right. Going by the number that Ric Flair himself gave, AJ Styles has 22, Ric Flair has 21.
My boy AJ.
Next up, everyone's favorite twins, Brie Bella or Nikki Bella?
Has to be Nikki.
I just don't care.
Oh, come on, Zach.
Brie.
Nikki has 2 reigns, Brie has 1. They're both Divas championships, if anyone cares about that title.
If you want to count that.
Yeah.
They might return for the tag belts, that's still up in there.
Yeah, they want to, but they shouldn't. Next up, Chris Jericho or Samoa Joe?
Jericho.
I'm gonna go Joe.
They are tied at 8.
Mm.
So I think if we're keeping score, I believe. Did one of you guys say Bret Hart in that question before?
I said HBK.
I said Michaels, but,
Okay,
but
Michaels,
I should have
yeah.
said Hart. I thought about it afterwards.
I believe. I don't know. You let us know in the comments. I'm not keeping count. This is just for education. Next up, Kurt Angle or Randy Orton?
Kurt.
Orton.
Tied at 14.
Tied.
Damn.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle did a lot of work on the Indies, apparently.
Okay.
Next up, Stone Cold or The Rock?
The Rock.
I think Stone Cold.
Stone Cold has 6. The Rock has 10. A shit ton of WWE title reigns. Next up, Edge or Christopher Daniels?
Daniels.
Oh, Edge.
Daniels at 13. Edge at 11.
Damn it.
And the last question. This isn't there. You have to give me an answer. There's no hints. I'm just gonna read the question off.
Okay.
First one to give it gets the win for this question. Who is the only WWE superstar to have at least 50 title reigns with a single title, and what title is it?
R-Truth with the 24/7.
That is correct.
Nice.
I think he just hit 50.
Yeah, he did. They
Beautiful.
posted something about that.
Yeah. But that's it. I keep score, so let us know who won.
Yeah.
Nice game. So yeah, I was going to a talking point now, another one. Again, on ROH, I thought Jay Lethal and Shane Taylor were both going to win. They are in a spot where they're trying to kind of rebuild, and I'm sure soon they're going to kind of rebrand as well. I know they're still trying to figure out when they can film and exactly who can all film with them. But these two I thought were going to be 2 big ones that they pushed to the moon. Especially with Jay Lethal being part of that that faction with Gresham. So they put over Woods and King. So Josh Woods is, I can see them pushing both Brody King and Josh Woods. But the thing is, I just, again, thought they would build these two up more. So I just basically, want to talk about people putting other people over. If you think an instance like this is fine, if it's going to damage anyone, or if you get something like, you know, how we're talking about with the Undisputed Era with Adam Cole and O'Reilly, you know, they're putting them over really well. Cole just basically almost making him the leader, I guess. He's doing most of the promos and the leading. And then you got people like Daniel Bryan, just who wants to put everyone over. Like he started doing it with Kofi at WrestleMania 35. You can see him doing it. He wanted to do it with Drew Gulak and some other people. And it's just it's a thing that I think we notice who are the ones who are going to put people over, to where you have the Hogans who won't put anyone over. So if you guys have any like thoughts on good people that are always going to be putting people over, what do you guys think about if it's done too much, when people just want to put over new talent? There are people who don't put over new talent a lot, or even existing talent. So you guys got any thoughts on putting people over in the business?
Yeah, I think Jericho's really good at doing that. He's been doing that, you know, ever since he dropped the belt, I think, or even during, he was still getting people their shine. Christopher Daniels, another one.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I feel like Orton can get into that generous mood, but not too often.
he should. Yeah.
Yeah, he can. But I feel like when he does, you know, he's gonna get something his way like later.
Yeah.
Right.
The Young Bucks, I think, did too much. I think there was a case where they were putting people over when they probably should have been. They should have been champions already.
I'll say all of AEW. That's my issue with them. Again,
Yeah.
we talked about it on the show, but
Yeah.
all the Elite should have been the main stars that people took down later. Because especially when you got people coming in, you got like Anna Jay, who's only had 7 matches. You have Top Flight coming in, who are new. Private Party, who's new. You build all these people and you show them the ropes and everything so they can become the bigger superstars. But then like dethroning the Elite would have been such money on a pay-per-view.
Right.
Exactly, because like nowadays with when Private Party beat the Bucks to upset them in the tournament, you know, it didn't skyrocket them as much as they would have beat them now, or like have them at their top of the game. Like we came to see the Elite, and then everyone else, you know, who filtered in. So to drop their stock might have been a mistake, but I commend them for, you know, trying something like that, because that is different, and I respect them for putting those guys over.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try not to name anyone else from AEW, but I think also SCU kind of does it. Because I know they're the first champions, but after that, they kind of just kind of watered down. Really want them to be top stars. Now they're losing to Jericho and Hager.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the NJPW guys, I feel like every now and then you see like a big star fall to someone, give them their nod, no matter how long it takes, like Naito taking out Okada, or sometimes Tanahashi drops one when they're pushing Jay White. Like, I think they do it enough. I think they have a good balance of it.
Yeah. Like when it happens, it's kind of shocking when it happens, but
yeah,
it's not damaging.
Even recently with Evil getting put over to get that reign, you know, it was something short-lived, but gave him a boost. It gave him notoriety.
I think it should have been a non-title win, but yeah, he definitely got over on that. I think Daniel Bryan's the best in the business at doing it right now.
Oh yeah, That's a good one. He's very unselfish.
Yeah.
And especially when you back it up with good matches, the loss won't affect you.
Yeah. I'd even say Seth Rollins, you know, this past summer with Dominic. You know, Dominic didn't win those matches, but like he got put over.
Mm-hmm.
True. Yeah.
I think Edge's comeback was supposed to be a nice balance of him winning to him putting new talent over. I think he just wanted to put on 5-star matches with whoever's on his list of current people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for him and AJ, man.
Oh. Speaking of Edge, I forgot to put this in news and rumors. So Daniel Bryan is being loved in the creative team right now because he's doing like the extra mile. He's learning every step of the way. He's doing like extra credit and all that stuff. So everyone loves him in creative. Edge, on the other hand, is not very well liked in creative.
Oh,
really?
He like doesn't like waiting for Vince to start his meetings, which it sounds normal, but apparently in WWE that's just the way it goes. And he just doesn't. He's not meshing well. So
I could see that.
Yeah.
Hey man, AEW's right there.
Oh man.
From a writing standpoint, where do you see? When do you see is like a good time or bad time for someone to just put someone else over like that? Because again, in ROH here, it seems like a good time for them to be putting Woods and King over, just because you're in this lull. You don't know exactly how your scheduling is going to go for like the next month or two or however long it's going to be. So like for me, I think after WrestleMania, that's a good time for new talent to beat older talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's very smart. After a major pay-per-view, like it's like a new season, you know, everyone's excited for the new changes. That's usually when they have the draft. That's like the perfect time to get someone to have a big run. Even before Mania, we seen with Kofi, you know, it wasn't didn't plan for that, but he still got, you know, a major. Even Mustafa Ali was getting before his injury, getting a major spotlight there, and it could have propelled him to Mania.
Yeah. I think the Rumble is also a great way to push over multiple people.
Yeah.
Like just have one person eliminate a big name. Like that's what they used to do with Undertaker a couple times. Someone eliminates him shockingly, and that leads to a feud.
Yeah, Yokozuna, Earthquake, all those guys like that.
Yeah. And then Kofi Kingston getting himself over every Rumble.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you can get over it at the Rumble if you're creative.
Yeah. Especially like Leon Ruff. He can get over if he's in the Rumble. He could do so many fun things in there.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, that's just basically the topic I just want to talk about, just because, you know, sometimes it's odd to see some people lose or some people to see consistently win and get title runs. Mr. Orton, it just
for no reason.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's just something we like to notice when we watch the wrestling.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that is it. You guys got anything else before we go into promo school?
I will go ahead and make. You want to go ahead, Knock? Actually, go ahead.
I'll just real quick. I would say the worst time to bury someone, you know, with Goldberg beating you is before Mania. Stop doing that, WWE.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. That is awful. That's just disrespectful.
Yes.
I don't know. I give props to Kevin Owens, man. I would be so mad.
Yeah, Kevin Owens, the Fiend, just stop.
Yep.
Just don't like Goldberg.
I don't either.
You know, I will. I kind of like and don't like the way they were putting over Jey Uso, the way he beat who was it, Daniel Bryan clean. Because I don't know why in my brain I still feel like everyone is at a certain level, and I still put Daniel Bryan way above Jey Uso in a singles match. So
that was an odd one because I didn't see the payoff really at the Survivor Series.
No, it's hard to buy into that. So suspend belief.
Yeah. But yeah.
All right. Well, let's hop into promo school. Today is a pretty simple one. I'm just going to name off random people. And if you want to name off random people, I just want to grade them on their promo skills and then just talk about why we feel that way about them, since we do have some disagreements on a few characters.
Yep.
So let's start off with Jake Atlas. So Jake Atlas, we've seen him. I mean, you guys have seen him even before NXT, but he's another reason that NXT is fun to watch, because you get to watch people grow. And I think he started off really strong even and is getting better on his promo. I'll give him a B+.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially because when I saw him, he was a heel, and he was a damn good heel. And it was like an intricate storyline. So we haven't even seen all he can do yet.
Yeah, I've never seen him as a heel, to be honest. I've seen a few of his matches at Santino's, and then I've seen him in the ring training together. He's very smart, and he really like asks the right questions and knows how to figure things out. And the way to set him up as a babyface, I think that's really good. I just got to see a little more from him, but I think a B+ for now.
Cool. Man, I wish you guys would have seen Matt Riddle on Raw. I got him next. He's not where he was. Okay, he's not where he used to be in NXT. I'm gonna give him a C- right now. I haven't seen anything really good from him since his call up.
I honestly thought he was stoned.
His eyes be looking that way, man. Oh my.
I'm sorry.
I
go
never
ahead,
really
Doc.
liked his promos that much, to be honest. Even in NXT, he was just okay. Like I get the gimmick, but especially if it's going downhill now, I'll give him C plus.
Okay.
I give him a C minus. I feel like Triple H definitely leaned into his like stoner thing way too much in NXT. It was too cheesy even for me, like back then. And then now it just doesn't work for me.
No, it's almost like they're turning it up because that's what they do on the main roster.
Yeah.
The next one I have is actually almost on par with where she was in NXT. Bianca Belair. I'm going to give her an A plus.
Agreed.
She's a perfect product. Like she is just gold. Huge stock. I should have bought some stock in her. We were talking about that. She's going to the moon.
That
Yeah.
she is.
Take a drink.
I tried so hard not to say that. I was leading into it. I was like, oh, hold it back, bring it back.
The marketing has got you. You will buy the shirt.
Exactly. Oh man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, she's so great.
She is. Even like when she's in the ring, like I talked about MLW and ROH, like they're so aware that the cameras are on them and that you're going to pick up everything, that even in her matches, I'm noticing that she is saying all the right things while selling moves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing to point out because, like, a lot of times, especially these past few weeks, I feel like in AEW they don't really know where the camera is because I feel like the camera always catches them speaking to like the guys here to the next sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've seen in so many matches.
That's a true skill to know where the camera is. Bianca is just so damn good.
Mm-hmm. Always on. She's always on.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, I have Hangman Page. I'm going to give him a B minus. I feel the acting 101 coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially like, I don't know if we're going to talk about Roman on this, but when I see it compared to the field, I think the best Hangman promo he ever gave was on BTE. And I haven't seen like, something like I could really feel from him. Like he's a good character. Like some of the stuff he's funny, he's entertaining, but him talking, I'm just like, all right. So I might give him like C plus, to be honest.
Okay.
I'll give him a C plus day to day, but I think when he's in a feud and it's like, I think every big feud he can give one promo that people are like, okay, this is his feud for this promo. Like cowboy shit is like something that people still chant.
Mm-hmm.
I'll actually no, maybe that was his best one.
Like,
I can't think
like
of any
he's got good one-liners, but like the whole
yeah,
thing, like if he just doesn't say too much, I think he's fine that way.
right.
Yeah. Do you watch Dark like regularly?
Yeah.
I catch the few matches that look appealing to me every now and then.
Okay, because I saw a post that said Sammy Guevara gave like the greatest promo of his career. I didn't check it out, but if any of you guys saw it, if you just want to touch on it.
I didn't see it, but people are really raving about it, so definitely check it out.
I'll check it out then.
Okay, where do you guys rank him otherwise?
Ooh.
I'll give him a B plus, a B day today, but I think he's improving because he did one on Matt Hardy, like when he like was the mystery attacker or whatever. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that one was decent.
Okay. Yeah, he does have some good ones, especially that Matt Hardy feud. I think being around Jericho is really going to help him. I'll give him B minus, pending seeing this one he did on Dark.
Yeah.
I'm about the same with you guys. It's just whenever he tries to be funny, it's that acting 101 that comes out again. But yeah, when he did that serious Matt Hardy one, I dug it. Let's go into this guy because you want to talk about him knocking because he is, man, he just flipped a switch. Roman Reigns. I'm going to give him an A plus as well because everything he says, there's no fat on this steak.
I really wish I could have seen this Roman against Cena when he was taking that, or this Roman against Taker.
Yes,
dude,
it would have went over so much more.
Dude, that would be fucking hot. Like that's just been like the crowd been popping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is next level. This is A plus for me. And he, again, I don't think he's really saying that much, but he's saying the right things and he's delivering. Or when people are talking, his facial expressions. He's on another level, man.
Yeah. I'll give him an S. I think he's killing it. He's like a fucking mob boss.
Yeah. And it's like you said, Knock, he's really not saying that much because he doesn't need to.
Right.
Yeah.
Ember Moon, she's the next one I got on the list here. I gave her like a D before she got injured. She was just, I don't know if it's because she didn't really have a fleshed out character, but now that she's like more herself and kind of a character, she's great. She's great on the mic. She's great behind the scenes. I'll give her a B plus because I think she's going to get better yet. She's freshly back.
I'll agree with that. Definitely so much more improved now. I feel like kind of her fire kind of died down on the main roster, and that is just reinvigorated here.
Mm-hmm.
Great stuff from her.
I actually don't think I've heard a promo from her since she came back, so I can't really grade her. But before, I don't think she released anything worthwhile before the injury.
Yeah. I think she's having more fun now with Vince not breathing down her neck.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bray Wyatt. I'm going to give him a solid A because he knows exactly what he's doing. And it seems like he's saying this and he's writing this.
Yeah, all around, again, this guy is just damn near perfection. Even back with his old gimmick back in the day, like I loved watching his promos. I just felt like I was watching more than, a wrestler who took a few acting classes. Like, this is really good stuff from him all around.
Yeah. I almost want to say A plus, but I'll say a very high A, very close to A plus.
Cool. What do you guys give Candice LeRae? I'm always back and forth on her. I honestly don't even know what to give her right now.
I'm back and forth on her a lot. I think she's improved. And I think last NXT this past week she gave a really good promo, and I felt the delivery. I felt she was into it. B minus maybe though all around. So she can hit that A level sometimes, but it's not consistent.
Yeah, she's almost reading lines too much.
Yeah. And again, she's gonna get better with it. I don't think she's used to it, like especially coming from the indies and stuff. I don't know if she's like had that much experience talking. It's always about what you can do in the ring. True. Or backstage.
Yeah. I want to say C plus, just because it's a weird way to grade her. But so she's always doing these promos and she never wins. And you look at Velveteen, who gives great promos and never wins. Like his promos make you forget that he doesn't win. Right. And Candice doesn't do that for me. So when she
Velveteen, where's he been?
I
don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know. She's not making me care because I'm like, you're not gonna win.
Yeah, right. That's a good point.
And Dream and Miz are two people she should really look at their work because they don't ever need to win.
Right.
Scorpio Sky, where do you put him? I'm gonna give him a B plus. He's always good, but I just don't get that next level yet.
Yeah, neither do I. I'm fine with just a solid B. I know at some points he will be able to hit that A. I don't think he's there yet. I don't know if he can, like, if he's on a main event feud, I don't know if he'll be able to carry that in a promo.
True.
I'll give him a B. Because I can honestly see, like, day to day, he's not going to be exciting promo wise, but at some point he's going to have this big feud. And he's going to give like that big energy shouting face promo. And we're all going to be like, wow, that was great.
That's a hell of a point. That's
just one promo.
Yeah.
Dude, every time that happens, I just face palm myself. It's just like, here we go again. That is on like every company has this issue.
Yeah.
And they don't understand what a microphone does. And they're just like turned up to 11. It's like, just simmer down.
I think Excalibur called Taz out for that on Dark like 2 weeks ago.
Excalibur's great, man.
Yeah. He's low-key shady. I just got a couple more. I lumped these two together just because they don't speak the language, but they almost don't need to. So Asuka and Io, I'm going to give them an A because I'm sold every time they grab a mic or have a promo.
Yeah, so like they both do it so differently. Like Asuka comes with all this energy and she just all over the place, but it works. It's controlled a little bit. Like she's not like screeching my ears or anything like that. It's so much energy. She just like she immediately draws you in because of that. Io, when she's doing those promos like backstage, she's just sitting there talking. You see like some clips. It's just like, damn, this is intense. Like she gets you that like, oh, this is the main event. This is real.
Yes.
So I think both an A for me, even though they can't speak, they don't speak English, but like they suck you in.
I'll give an A+ for that reason because they propel the story forward without speaking the language. And there are people who can speak the damn language who don't do that.
Yeah.
Very good points. So just to wrap this up, if you guys can think of the best person or your favorite person, either one, and then who you think the worst person giving promos today is.
I'm not gonna bet any Kingston on the spot.
I might be stealing Eric's answer, but I think Cody is the best going today. Joe, if he was active, I don't count him right now, but I think Cody for me, every time he delivers a promo, I'm into it. Jericho sometimes can be great, but sometimes it can be hit or miss a little bit. MJF in that same boat, but I think Cody consistently from promo to promo is like really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll have to come back for worse though. I got to think about that.
Okay. Best for me, I think right now is Roman Reigns, just because again he doesn't have to say shit. So when I look at someone like Jon Moxley or Seth Rollins, very good at promos. I've heard everything they say before. Like I've heard someone else do the same promo almost. You have some standout moments.
That's a good point.
But Moxley is really, really good at giving a promo. It's just I don't think he does great promos because I don't feel like they're his. And exactly the same with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, Roman. And it's just funny because I didn't like the Shield at all. I honestly don't put them in the top 5 of best factions in WWE history. I don't think they were that good.
Agreed.
I don't. But for me to actually like put them into that retrospect and have Roman be number 1 out of all of them, that's a mark for Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't want to say Cody, so I'm racking my brain thinking for who is really good right now.
I think Cody's really awesome, man. I really do. It's just sometimes, especially with no people, he'll deliver that sold out crowd promo. And with no people, it's just awkward. And it's not a knock on him, but just sometimes it's just, like we say with this entrance, you cannot do the full entrance
please
sometimes, So he can just kind of do that with his promos too, because either way, it's going to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
I got to throw MVP in that mix also.
Oh, yeah. He just sounds like he's talking. It doesn't sound like a wrestling promo at all. It sounds like you're watching a scene from a movie or he's talking to you in real life.
Yeah. I'll toss Sami Zayn in there. I think he's doing work right now. I don't know. Are there bad promo people right now? I'm sure there are, but
I know there's some bad ones that I'm not thinking of. That's gonna piss me off. But I know there's
John
some
Silver.
Terrible. The Meat Man.
Oh, God.
Once again, donate your paychecks to the Chris Farley Foundation. You fucking thief.
Oh man.
I noticed someone.
I don't like Otis.
I was thinking Otis too, but I don't think he. If he had a mic, I would definitely turn channel for sure.
Yeah.
Corbin, because he just never says anything either. He's just a whiny child. He like Miz does it, but Miz does it very well.
Right.
I will say I do not like Corbin. I've talked about this in the chat, or not Corbin, Kingston, Eddie, because again, like I said, he is a used car salesman, constantly trying to sell me why he did something or didn't do something or what happened in his past. He's constantly trying to sell me on something. He is like that boyfriend who is making excuses so he doesn't get caught.
I don't know, man. It's good though. Like, it's not about it.
I couldn't stand Cameron Grimes for a while, but now that boy is going to the moon.
Yeah,
he's going up.
I gotta get I gotta edit in a counter for every time we say that in the podcast.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. Does Enzo still count? Is he still wrestling?
I don't know what he's doing.
He just
Yeah,
uploaded a video of the match from him and Brian Pillman. That was like months ago. So that's weird.
Okay.
EC3?
Not a fan of his?
No, I'll say he's a good one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna cheat and say Kalisto's the worst. He's still wrestling. He hasn't given a promo, but
All right, I got two then. I got Eric Young. Nowadays, I don't like his promos. It's just whatever to me. I'm gonna go Nia Jax. She's stealing money from the company when she's out here screaming into the microphone.
Is she still doing that?
I don't think she's done it in a while, but I haven't really watched her in a while. So
She does it like in the ring and outside the ring. So
it's just so
yeah,
stupid.
The screaming stuff, man. It ain't it.
I really wish the A1 would just go up to Vince and say, "Listen, I know it's your show, but you're killing my soundboard, man. This you gotta tell her to stop."
Yeah, well, that's pretty much the segment. I mean, we all have our preferences, but I mean, there are standards that just get really old. The "this is my time" promo, it sucks. The one like you described, Eric, where someone just gets too excited and just starts shouting into the mic and they're about to burst.
Yeah.
Man, but just like when you just dial into your character and you know who you are, you get the Roman Reigns, you get the Bailey and the Sasha, you get Cody. Cody knows who Cody is.
Yeah.
But even MVP, he knows who he is as a wrestler, as a man, as a father, and he just channels that when he's on the mic.
Yeah, I'd be afraid for some people like who are so reliant on a script to go head to head with like a Joe or MVP. That'd be terrible. They would eat them alive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joe. Forgot about Joe. That man is a Mount Rushmore on the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see it like it correlates well to people who can talk on commentary, like being really good promos. Like Joe, just so natural.
Yep. And Ziggler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's promos. Know who you are, and you won't say McIntyre.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I actually will talk someone else said William Regal.
Oh yes.
Great GM.
When he came out this week and he says playa with like this RuPaul snap and twist. Oh, he's gold.
Yep.
War games.
Oh man.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Well, good discussion, everyone. I just don't want to end without mentioning the reason I did not watch Impact this week was because of the We Nominal one. I'm sorry, but you are part of a group of people and you just continually degrade them with every appearance that you do. Yep. I just freaking hate you so much. I'd get off my TV.
Yeah. I don't know why he does it. Just go away, man. Do something.
Paycheck can't be that good.
Right. It's not worth putting on a diaper. It's not worth dressing up as AJ. It's just not worth it.
Right.
I wonder what AJ thought about that.
I'm sure you laughed at it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's our show. That is episode 33. Thank you, everyone, for listening. If you want to leave us a comment, leave us a question, we'll be glad to read it on the air. We do record Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific time. So get them in by then. We will read it on the air, and we love your comments and everything like that. Where can they reach us, Knock?
Instagram, Twitter at West Coast Pop _.
Nice. All right. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, actually. So if you made it to the end of the podcast, congratulations, because I am going to go ahead and announce the giveaway is starting.
Let's go.
So I'm going to announce the rules real quick. We'll probably put this in the comments so you guys can actually see it. But for the next 3 weeks, that's 3 episodes, you guys will have the opportunity to subscribe to us. I've already got a list of what I consider day ones. You guys are going to be eligible for your own little giveaway, but 2 cups are going to go away to the whole general subscription pool. So you got 3 episodes to subscribe, share it to your friends so they can get in it. But we do have 3 West Coast Pop cups, which I hope to put on the channel soon, that we will be giving away.
Nice. Really nice cups too. Super cool.
Yeah. First merchandise we got. Hopefully soon shirts will come up.
Yeah.
Knox PS5.
That's
Chill,
for
man.
the
They ain't going
real big
nowhere.
ones.
All right. Well, that's our show. Thanks again for sticking with us. If again, leave a comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, be part of this great giveaway. And other than that, any last words, anyone?
Yeah, thanks for following with us, man. We appreciate it. Zach, take us out, man. Where can they find us?
They can find us going straight to the moon. For West Coast Popcast, we are out of here. Have a great week, everyone.
Peace out.